Welcome, everybody. John Zegar. How is everyone? This is my second podcast of the day. I did one a little bit earlier, and it was really just based on science, talking about the limbic system and the different parts of the brain and how your emotions all connect up in there. And it was just real informative. And I had cold coffee at the time. Now I have hot coffee. I decided to go and buy myself a new cup of hot coffee, and it is delicious. And I wanted to get back on and just do another short podcast for you guys and talk about advantages of coaching and consultation. There's a lot of people out on the internet that are offering consultation and coaching. And another way they put it is that they do webinars. And they talk about a specific thing, and then they try to sell you a program at the end that they designed, and it's really basically back to the coaching and consultation. It's a backdoor approach to it. And some of these people are just outstanding. They're wonderful. They're excellent. And then there are the notable people that just provide counseling and consultation, education, training, all of that sort of stuff lumped into workshops and seminars. And they become so good and proficient at what they're doing that they continue to fill and increase the sizes of the seminars and workshops. And that's another way to do the same thing. What I'm talking about today, and this is just going to be a short one, not a big deal. You guys can just listen to it while you're going about your business and, make your own decisions if it's right for you or not. What I run into, again, with my 43 years of doing clinical psychology, right? And the last 10 years, 12 years, has been just doing neuroscience research, right? That's a lot of time. That's seeing a lot of people, individually and in groups, and some small sessions regularly, as well as, just compiling a lot of information about people and whatnot. Here's what I've come up with. Most people don't feel like they need coaching or consultation. Education or training, maybe, but for the most part, they're not high on consultation and coaching. So when I approach people, lots of people over all those many years, and talk about issues that they bring up as problem areas in their life, and I ask them, what are you doing about that? And is that something that you might have an interest in working on? Most of them will say, it's okay, it'll pass, happens to a lot of people, I'm doing fine, and it's just who I am. That's the way I am. So what they do is they rationalize and justify their illness. And that's okay. There's a lot of people that are living that life with their illness, and they've rationalized it into being okay as part of who they are. And, that's the personality part. that develops your reality. How you think, act, and feel determines your reality, what you see out in front of your eyes, and who you are. How you think and feel has a lot to do with the whole thing as well. But there's a lot of folks who are intimidated by coaching and consultation. They're offended by consultation and coaching. They are standoffish to consultation and coaching. They think it's a gimmick. They think it's a means for someone to make money. They believe they cannot change, and it's not going to improve them or change them. And that's the one that really makes the most sense, is that once you believe it's not going to work, it's not going to work. And you will find some way for it not to. Okay? Who was the guy the other day I ran into? Oh, yeah, I remember. Guy down at the club, and he has asthma, COPD, but he won't call it that. And he's decided that coaching or consultation, education and training in this particular case, is not going to work. Well, we all have to die sooner or later. Well, we all get sick. Right? And what a shame. What a shame. Rationalizing why he's sick. Accepting that he is sick with asthma. And figuring out how to get better through his own techniques and seeking out medical doctors that give you pharmaceuticals that are, everywhere and publicized on TV and everything like that. There's a whole podcast just about the damages that causes. But the point I'm trying to talk about is coaching and consultation and why people are resistive to doing that. And partly is because they enjoy being who they are. That's their identity. They're sick. They have an emotional issue. They have a physical issue. They have a life stressing issue. And that's their identity. I met a lady, I don't know, over the weekend. Maybe it was Saturday or Sunday. I'm not even sure. And she started talking about her knees or ankle. That was bad. And it's the result of when she was much, much younger. She was very athletic, and she did mountain biking and skiing, and she messed up her ankle or knees. I'm not quite sure what she was saying. And that's who she is today. And that's her identity. I mean, when I asked about her, that's all she could talk about was her injuries from being younger. And I kept thinking to myself, well, who else are you? What else comprises who you are? And I gave her a card, where I offer, consultation, coaching. And she kind of stuck it in her purse or something somewhere and had some interest in that, but nothing more than just the thought of, could this be something more than what I'm believing it to be? Oh boy, that's good coffee. So anyway, I just wanted to go back a little bit and talk about, I'm available to do the coaching and the consultation. Sometimes what happens is an individual, let's just use an individual for example, they come and they have a specific kind of thing they're wanting to work on that has to do with healing, and they need to understand the neuroscience of how the dots connect. It's not counseling, it's not doing therapy, it's none of that stuff. It's just providing the science or the neuroscience of how the dots connect. Allow that person to possibly make some changes that could better their health. That's all it is. You can say that kind of falls into the realm of consultation, or you could say it falls into the realm of coaching. They're both pretty closely related. The important thing to note is that, I'm not doing counseling nor therapy with anybody. I'm just trying to provide science. It's just facts, Science is nothing more where they do something once and they can go back and do it as many times again and they come up with the same result. Science might be, in the case of neuroscience, talking about neuron clusters and connections and how they actually occurred and why they're all hardwired. That's just science. With that in mind, an individual then has the opportunity to grow and better understand neuroscience, better understand the science of how they became who they are. Make sense? So I'm available for either one of those. I'm happy to offer you some consultation if that's what you're just looking to have. I'm happy to offer you some coaching to where we can kind of walk you through the process for whatever length of time you might feel you need to understand the connections. Pretty simple. Here's the next thing that's really cool, is that you guys can also put together a little group. Now, initially, I want to see each person individually so that I have a baseline to work from, right? But what happens is some people like to put together their group of their girlfriends, or maybe they have another group already established that they do regarding whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. And they're all interested in getting some consultation education, some coaching, some whatever regarding neuroscience and wellness and healing. And together we all work as a group in showing how the dots connect. Again, it's just purely science. It's not counseling and it's not therapy. And gosh darn, jump in if you got a group. Doesn't matter how big your group is. It can be just a couple people, 2-3 people, or it could be a dozen. I don't really care. I'm happy to do it any way you want. The other way you can do this is that it can be of a small workshop or seminar on a Saturday morning to where we all get together. And again, I don't know, you might have, a dozen people or 8 people or 16 people or something like that. And you just want to have the same consultation, coaching, seminar showing how the dots connect in regards to neuroscience and how you became who you are and why you feel the way you feel. Absolutely nothing to do with counseling or therapy. Just kind of education and training. Another avenue that might be a possibility for some people is that along for dealing with the limiting belief systems that we have or acquire or that we kind of gather along the way of life. And a company, a small business, may not be doing very well because of the owner's limiting belief systems and how to run a business successfully with a larger margin. Fairly common. And they hit these roadblocks because they have limiting beliefs from earlier on in life. And once they're able to erase or change those limiting beliefs, then they're more in a position to grow their business. So if you're a small business of some kind and you'd like to get some coaching or consultation in regards to neuroscience and why things are slacking, not growing in your particular company or business, give me a call. I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to come and talk to you as the owner individually, and if we need to, we can talk to some of the staff that may be the supervisors or the managers or the people that run the company and make sure their belief system is not limiting belief systems as well that are preventing your company from growing. So that might be another means that you would require or want or maybe desire to have some coaching and consultation. So I wanted to get on and just talk about what's available with me. So we have everything from just doing basic coaching to consultation, from individual to groups to workshops to seminars to small businesses. And I'm available for all that. Also, please, and again, I encourage you to go to my website, johnzegar.com. JOHNZEGAR.com. I think there's a page there where you can leave comments or, whatever you want to say with your name and I don't know, email or something. And that would be one avenue for me to see what you're wanting or needing. Another way is through just emailing me, and that's just jzegar@gmail.com. So it's JZEGAR@gmail.com. Third way might be to text me. If you're wanting to text me or call me directly, I'm happy for that. That's great. And just give me a call. Again, I don't have any, I don't know, I guess I don't have any fear or resistance in putting my number out there. It's just 970-443-5111. If you feel like you want to call and say hello and comment or just talk or ask questions or whatever, text me or call me. I'd look forward to talking with you and hearing more. But again, I'm just trying to open the door for people to better understand how we got to where we are, why we view our world, the reality that we see in front of us, why we view it in that particular way. And if there's a resistance, if there's a struggle, if there's a block that's causing your life not to be as happy and have as much wellness and joy and that sort of thing in it, give me a call and let's try to figure that out. I don't think it's anything that we can't do, and I would be happy to accommodate you in any of those forms that we just talked about. So anyway, give that some thought. Contact me if you want. I like doing these podcasts. I really do. And I'm self-supporting, which is the other part of marketing yourself. One of the things we have to do is we have to market ourselves, and that's something I've gotten better at. I'm still uncomfortable with it, but I'm better at doing it. Send whatever money you can to my PayPal account, which in order to get into it, it's just my email, jzegar@gmail.com. And of course, you need to have your own PayPal account as well to transfer the money. into those things. Any amount, it doesn't matter. Anything will help, but I sure would appreciate it. My thing is wanting to build, and get a group of students, get a group of people where we can do things through maybe learning different types of meditation so that we can all grow and be healthier, do some self-healing, improve our wellness, improve our immune system, downregulate diseased genes, and start upregulating healthy genes into our body. So there's kind of a whole package thing available. I would like to take my website, johnzegar.com, and build that into a community. I would like to go on the internet, and I can do that at any time, and have us have our own group, closed group, where people can ask to come in, and we can certainly allow them, but have our own group where we can interact with each other on the internet all the time, 24/7. So if you're on board, I hope you are, and welcome. So, with all that said, God bless you, take care of one another, and I'll look forward to talking to you all again real soon. Thanks a lot. See you. Bye.